Going live.
I think Katz is telling me this room is fine for her. So.
Oh, well, okay.
In Texas?
Who was at the door?
20 seconds.
Huh?
We're live.
Wonder if it's Sadie Cheeks.
Sound is up. That is good.
20 seconds.
Things are muted.
10.
Jolene.
Everyone dance.
Howard's waving at you. Jolene.
Our place, where we can dream and share it. Our place, we'll find a friend to care.
Woo! We are Our Place Out Loud. I am your lovely and captivating host, Louise Palanker. What's so funny about me being lovely and captivating?
It was
Cio?
a good way to dance. Like, it was so cute.
I have some moves, and I will throw them down at you. We have some important news coming out of the gate. We are the show for teens about teens, and we're helping out the teens of the world to become better citizens of the world. I am Louise Palanker. We're here with Jake, Ryan, Cio, Olivia. Maddie is stuck in traffic somewhere. I don't know why. She's 14. She shouldn't be driving. Rory's here. Give it up for Rory, everybody. And Jolene and Matt is here. And I believe that our webmaster, Pierce, is on his way from Portland, Oregon. And he's going to be late. So we don't think he's going to make it here before. Oh, sorry, Rory wants the script.
Just one's fine.
He's going to stay here for an entire week? All right, well, not on my dime. So whose couch is he crashing on? That's the question. There's a plate on the floor. This isn't Matt Allen's house, Howard.
Let me explain. It's a clean plate.
Okay. Howard said, let me explain. It's a clean plate. It doesn't mean I want paper goods on the floor.
It was the way he said it that was just so...
But
Let me
he's
explain. It's a clean plate.
You know that he said that many times to the women in his life. Let me explain. It's a clean sock. Okay.
You have no idea.
I don't, and I don't. So, but Olivia has an announcement for us.
I do have an announcement.
Yay!
That's not really, I mean, I think it's exciting. I'm just excited because all my friends live all around the country. And next week, a week from today, my friend Max is going to be here. And I get to see my friend Max from Boston. And then maybe I get to see my other friends soon.
I'd be excited about that if Cio hadn't told me before you got here that he has friends in Africa.
Friends on Facebook.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm still excited because I don't know anyone in Africa. I mean, my friends can go to Africa.
We're going to send friend requests to all of Kio's friends in Africa, and they're going to be like,
So I heard you're African.
Is he coming here? Is Max
Yeah, he's coming
Yay,
here.
Max. You're going to marry someone with the same name as your brother. That's what my mother did.
I don't think I am, but that's not going to happen.
It happens. All right, maybe
That
not.
sounded like a
could.
spell.
Yeah.
I am casting a spell
Yeah,
upon you.
let's
You gonna
undo
marry
that.
someone?
Let's undo that. All right. No offense, Max. She really likes you, but just not like that. Is he listening?
I don't know.
Oh, your
maybe.
friend Emily's listening.
My
She's
friend
gonna
Emily's
text him.
listening. And
Hey, don't text Max that I said that. I don't even know Max.
Gosh, Emily. No need to be like such a rumor. Like
Yeah, Emily should call in.
Emily, you should call in.
888-531-7171.
Very well
See what I
done.
did there?
Ryan, do you have shout-outs for us?
I do have shout-outs for us. All
Wonderful.
right, so we got Sports Rule, Animalista, and Olivia, Cassandra, Legit Taco, Pie Face 01, and Cats. Yeah,
Those are all my favorite people.
they're pretty great.
I like everyone else, but I like them better. All right, so we're going to dive right on into the big bucket of questions. This one came in from Anonymous. I usually don't like to put anonymous questions on the show unless it's a really good conversation, and I felt that this one was. I was just on the phone with my BF, and he's supposed to take me to this carnival tomorrow. It's right down the street, so it's convenient, and I love carnies. I don't know if she means she likes carnivals, because when she says I love carnies, it means she wants to date the toothless guy who runs some of the booths.
Who likes carnies?
He likes carnies.
It's like I like clowns that run out at the dark at me.
Well,
He
Weezy,
told me.
You
Yes.
have that picture of the clown in your bathroom over there. That really
Yeah,
do.
that's
That thing, that creeps me out.
terrifying.
It's
Yeah.
actually Bill Murray.
was scary.
Well, but
I know a Bill
to
Murray.
be less worried, it's Bill Murray and a clown,
Hey, Bill
and it's an autograph of Bill Murray.
I'm not quite sure
I
that
don't-
that's any better.
A Bill Murray.
Can I finish this question?
Sorry.
If you have to.
All right, let Matt know that there's someone on
Oh.
the phone, and we will
It's
get...
Emily.
Okay, but she can...
I know. I'm
let her
just letting
listen.
you know.
She may have an opinion about this.
Okay.
About carnies in general.
Everyone does.
He told me when we were on the phone that he was getting $10 for taking out the neighbor's trash. I suggested he use it for the carnival since I don't have any money, and I was just going to ask my mom, but wasn't even sure if she was going to give me any. So he said in response that he was going to use it for next Thursday, a golf game he's going to, and his team is going to be eating In-N-Out afterwards, so he's going to use the money on that. Is this a bad thing, or should I be okay with it? Please help. So this is basically a question about boy-girl dating, who pays? And she's got her feelings hurt that he's making $10 and not going to use it on the carnival. And I'm not exactly sure why girls are always expecting that magically boys are going to have more money than them in a dating situation. Ryan?
We'll have a couple things about this. The first one would be, like, if this is the first date, yeah, it'd be nice of him to pay, like, on a first date. That's just kind of like, you know, things that guys do. But also, I mean, like, he's got a valid reason to use it, you know. He doesn't have, like, a ton of money either. Like, I know when I had my first girlfriend, I paid for everything, and then I went broke. And it kind of sucked because I didn't realize, like, that I don't have endless money, but I felt bad, like, saying you pay, you know what I mean? Not you pay for me, but pay for yourself type of thing. So I don't know. I mean, like, I think I think it's totally fine that he's getting dinner with or lunch with his friends. And yeah, what do you think, Olivia?
Good one. I mean, yeah, no, I agree with you. I don't think, I mean, like, how much could this carnival be, you know? Like, $5? Like, okay, you can pay $5. He doesn't need to take you. That doesn't mean you're not going together if you spend your own money. I mean, and what? You're like 14, 15? I mean, it's 16. It's just like, you know, pay.
It's not something to get your feelings hurt over.
No,
I mean,
definitely not.
It was sweet sentiment for him to say, yeah, I'm taking out the trash so I can make money to take us to the carnival. But if you guys are a couple, you've been going out for a little while, and it should be...
Unless it's like prom, you know,
back forth.
He should buy your prom ticket.
Yeah.
About first dates and stuff like that. But I have a husband, and we pretty much look at each other and go, whose turn is it? And we don't go Dutch. One pays or the other pays. And we don't nickel and dime each other. It just kind of works out. Did you have a thought, young Rory? You've taken a girl out to the carnival, yes?
Sure. I just want to know who's paying him $10 to take out their trash one time.
Freaking a lot of trash.
We don't know that's
Sign
one
me
time.
up.
I mean, it could be like they could be gone for like a week or something.
That's true. Yeah, you know.
That's still one time.
Oh, that's true.
Just one time. Like, it sign me up. I will.
Yeah, that's true.
Sounds great. Yeah, you know, I agree. You know, the first few dates, like, you obviously want to try to pay, but it's always nice when later, and if it's a shared kind of endeavor, and maybe you pay for one thing, they pay for another. That's kind of how my relationships have worked out.
Right. I think after about the second date or something, the girl should say, let me get this one. Because I think the guy would be like, oh, I love her.
It's true. I do love a girl who does that. It's attractive.
And neither one should feel taken advantage of. It just should feel natural. So we have a caller. Did the caller hear the question? Hello? Who's on the phone?
Hi, I'm Liv's friend Emily.
Oh, hi.
From Texas.
Hi. Thank you for calling from. How are things in Texas?
Oh, it's hot here, just like it is in LA.
Is it true that Olivia told me that everything in Texas is named after Beyonce? Is this true?
Only there's a few things in Houston, yeah, that are named after the Knowles family, but not everything is named after Beyonce.
All right. I thought it was becoming kind of like, you know, in Atlanta, everything's named after the Peach family.
Do you have any big hats yet?
Do you have any what?
Big hats yet?
You mean like a cowboy hat?
Yeah. Or like
everyone has big hats. No, I'm just kidding. I probably have one somewhere in a closet.
I like cowboy hats. Did you hear the question we were discussing?
About paying on dates?
Yeah. Did you have an opinion?
You know, I have a long-term boyfriend, and for a while he felt like he was obligated to pay for me, but then I just started picking up checks and things, and he would think it was, like, sweet of me, so now it's just kind of whatever is more convenient for us, and it comes out pretty equally most of the time.
Exactly. That sounds really healthy. Do you have anything else to share with the panel? Would you like to tell us your opinion of Olivia?
Oh, I absolutely love Olivia.
Yeah, me too.
I'm so eager to fly to LA and see her again soon, and I'm jealous that Max gets to go there.
No fair.
He knows Max.
No fair. All right.
I do know Max.
Did you have a question that the panel can help you with tonight?
Sure. I was wondering how I should go about balancing the stresses between my school life, my home life, and my extracurricular activities.
I think you should join a cult.
All
your decisions are made for you. Super.
Oh God, that was great.
Just
No, Emily, don't.
It is difficult,
Liz,
isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
because there's a time in your life where you can feel overwhelmed, but pretty much all of the big decisions are being made by your parents, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I have to figure out how to prioritize. So, anyone have any advice? Ryan?
I mean, I'm kind of in a similar situation now, but I would say that you just need to figure out, what your limitations really are. And, sometimes, I really want to push my limitations and tell myself that I can do it, and then ultimately it comes back to bite me. And I think, just figure out what your limitations are and work within those boundaries and parameters. Like, for me, what's happening, if I can explain, is just, I want to go play football in another school because our football team is terrible. I think I explained this last week. But the school is further from my house, and I already live really far away. Like, my school's already really far away. So then with homework, and then, I can't even drive myself home yet. It'll be next year. But even then, I won't have a car. So, it's just all these complicated things. And it's just I really have a passion for football, but I need to get good grades. You know what I mean? So
you have to just weigh one thing against the other. Sometimes when you really, really, really feel overwhelmed 90% of the day, it's time to remove something from your schedule. And as much as it breaks your heart, because you love everything you do, sometimes you just have to do that because you'll be much better at all the other things you're doing.
Exactly.
Does anyone else have any advice for? What are you going into college? Are you what grade are you in school?
I'm a senior.
You're a senior. So does it relieve any of the pressure once you get into a school, or what happens?
Well, it's mostly I'm a big participant in theater at my school, so we have a competition coming up, and I have rehearsals until 8 p.m. every night. So I just don't have time to do work, and I'm waiting to find out which colleges I'm going to. So.
So it's just a period right now where you're feeling intense pressure. Is there one thing you could remove from your schedule?
I'll work on it. I'll find something. Maybe talking to Liv for hours on end every day.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of becoming an issue for me, too.
Do not be ridiculous. Liv, you had a thought?
Yeah, just wanted to put that out there. Emerson sends out their letters on the 12th, so we'll find out then.
Oh, my God.
I know.
I thought it was April 1st.
No, apparently it's the 12th.
Do you guys both want to go to the Emmer?
Yep.
Emmy at the Emmer?
Emmy at the Emmer.
All right. Whose hand was up? Keo.
For your theater rehearsals, is the teacher or whoever's in charge of that flexible at all? Or can you talk to them to get some help if you're being too...
No, he's not very flexible. Not in that kind of way. No, I wish.
All right.
Is he a Knowles?
Thank you.
Is he a Knowles? Those Knowleses, they think they own Houston. I'm so sick of it. Over it. Thank you so much for calling in, Emily. We are at 888-531-7171. Question and controversy coming in from KTW. I thought I might run it by you guys. Basically, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but she was complaining about the cursing that takes place in the venting department. And everyone kind of accepts that there's no cursing throughout the rest of the app, but when it comes to venting, they feel more ventful if they get to curse. Even in typing, what is it exactly? So KTW says, let's stop the cursing and venting. And Gaga says, you don't understand. We just need to curse. Jakey.
Oh, I don't have a camera.
Okay.
But Mythbusters actually did an entire segment about when you curse, you actually experience less pain. Oh. Camera. Okay. It's not just screaming things. They tested it out where they had to scream out random nouns, but it's actually when you curse, you actually experience less pain. I don't know why, I don't know how, but somehow our brains have been wired that way that it makes you experience less pain.
So even typing it has the same therapeutic effect.
Exactly.
Olivia.
This is just my belief, and I censor myself a lot for this show. I'm just gonna say that. Not a lot.
Frick that.
Yeah. I mean, I just think in writing, I would like to use other words. You know what I mean? I mean, I just feel like I better express I can just sum it up by how I feel with, one word usually. But that doesn't do anything for me. So I have to go and explain it if I'm going to write it out, because I feel like it's kind of a cop out, and especially if you're using it and it comes up with the teacher, it's insulting to your intelligence, because you can express your feelings better. You're just choosing not to.
Well, I understand the point that Jakey's making, and I have realized this as I walk through life, that sometimes when you're explaining how annoyed you are, when I'm just taking a walk with my husband, I'm trying to explain how annoyed I am with a situation. I will throw an F-bomb, not at him, but just in my way of expressing myself. And I don't want to deny, if venting is called venting, I don't want to deny kids the authentic vent. I'm just trying to figure out what's the best way for me to present this, because I did go into Wheezy announcements and say, okay, no more cursing. Did I do the right thing? Should they be allowed to curse in venting? Go ahead, Sio.
I just think it's more entertaining.
Oh, God, that's terrible.
No, not if they curse, but if they find
other ways of
other very creative, instead of calling someone a B word, call them a dumb whale fetus or something, but not.
That's great. See, because
so
you could be
funny.
You could be in your room saying the curse out loud and getting the therapeutic effect of saying it, but then find an inventive way.
And in 7th grade.
Okay, hold that thought, because do we have a caller? Oh, Maddie, hello.
Hello, Maddie.
Hey, Maddie.
Hi.
Maddie, where are you? Are you on Sunset with your thumb out, or what's happening?
I'm actually I'm watching this show right now, but it seems to be a little bit off timing because I'm talking to you, but it's different on the screen.
Yeah, that's normal with the streaming. You just gotta move your phone or computer away.
Just take your phone away from where your computer is, so you can turn down your computer.
Okay.
And just listen to us on the phone.
Yeah. Okay.
These are words
Hi.
that Dr. Drew has said many, many times. Turn down your radio. So what happened? How come you couldn't get here tonight?
So my house is 23rd, and it's really down close to the beach.
Mm-hmm.
And then by the time that we got to San Vicente and Wilshire, it took us 45 minutes.
Oh
to get
no! I'm so sorry. It was Rory's job to come and get you, and he's delinquent, derelict in his duties. We just hired Rory.
Man.
He came highly recommended, and he said he'd pick up all the kids from the west side. And he actually passed you. He saw you by the side of the road, with your duffel bag, and with a sign that said, "Will give advice for ride." And he was just, too cool in his convertible, being all west side. And I'm so sorry that he
West
didn't.
Side.
He also was supposed to, when that didn't work out, he was supposed to go back with his helicopter, and he had this net that was supposed to come down and scoop you up, and he was going to helicopter all across the Mulholland Pass, and bring you up here and then deposit you on my back deck. And Rory was just I need a lemonade.
Yeah. I'm like a Tickle Me Elmo, cute but defective.
Those things were not defective.
Those things were not cute.
But we awesome. We miss you. Someone braided my troll, and it wasn't you. Now
I didn't
I'm worried.
braid it. I twisted it.
Oh, you twisted it. Okay.
That's
Someone's
one
doing
single
troll
dreadlock.
crafts, and we need you. So,
well, anyway, I wanted to talk about this swearing thing.
yes, please.
Okay.
I completely fully support Jakey in his comment of the Mythbusters study and all that, because I honestly, it's not I would never swear at someone with the intention to hurt. I think it's more of just when you're really, 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 really angry, there's no way to put tone into text. So using words that are kind of I guess aggressive, angry words.
Right, understood.
It kind of gets more of the anger out into what you're trying to say. And there is a warning. So, for people who don't like to read swear words, there's a warning. So it's if they don't like swear words, they shouldn't go in there.
So you think I should retract my ban on cursing and venting?
Yeah, I think just in that section. I think in other places the ban should still be there.
All right.
But yeah, I think it's just in that one section where it's specifically for people to kind of vent out all their anger. It's just it kind of makes sense for them.
Okay, because I will admit that I don't read venting. So I don't
do
know. I
sometimes.
don't know how bad it's gotten because I don't want it to get vulgar or go beyond the boundaries of taste. Olivia's hand is up.
Tasteful
One
cursing.
moment.
I figured out the app so I can monitor it. Can that
Yay.
be my
Can
job?
we have a round of applause for Olivia, please?
Place party.
She has
Right?
mastered our place.
Finally. Yeah, no, I mean, I can go in there if you want. And
Take a
I
look.
won't be like the swearing police, but like, I mean, like for me, it's like the most creative thing I've ever been called has been like one of the worst swear words, but then it was used as if it was a dinosaur. Right, it was cool, and like I was mad that I was just called that because I didn't deserve it. But I'm like, points for creativity.
Yay!
But no, I mean, I'll go in there and make sure it's not like
Over.
Yeah, I mean, I understand the release
Sure.
of an F bomb,
Uh-oh.
but
Please hang up and
I will not.
Boy, Maddie's voice changed. Like she grew up and then she was very authoritative.
Yeah.
About what to do with our phone.
But she said please.
She did say please. Yeah. Sorry, Liv.
So yeah, I mean, I'll do that. That'll be my thing. What about you, Jake?
If you're not creative enough to think of your own good insults, Shakespeare has some awesome, awesome insults.
Shakespearean
seems
insult
excited.
gum
Where do we find such golden
What?
nuggets?
at Oz, the store.
Oh, okay. No, I mean,
AHH.
and the insults.
Or
Yeah,
any
no, they're there.
college
They
entry
come in
theater
gum.
class.
Oh, excellent. Kyo.
Well, I mean, I don't know if venting is so much about insulting people.
It's become kinda.
It is.
From what who goes in there? Who's
I don't.
like a venting scholar? Anyone?
I don't know, but I feel like if you're venting and then you think a thing and then you're like, oh, I'm not allowed to write that, it's not really venting so much.
So it's just let me just write and not worry about my language. Let me just get this out. Ryan,
In terms of going into that section, it's kind of like a black hole that I stay away from.
that's
Kind of scared to go in there.
it's
But no, I mean, it's definitely like I'm kind of torn between the two, just trying to analyze whether or not it should be allowed, because I totally get the idea that like venting with cursing was really helpful, but on the other hand, this app is fairly censored, and so at what point do we have to draw the line? And I don't know. I think I'm gonna just go with Jake on this one and say that just because being someone who just like has been helped not by cussing at anyone, but just because sometimes I feel relief when I just cuss, and sometimes I'll go into my room and just like cuss into a pillow. I don't know why, but nobody can hear it, and it just is like
yeah. I saw
hear it every time.
a video of that on YouTube. It was really
of me cussing.
into a pillow. Yeah, it was.
Alright.
You didn't realize you were being taped, but 30,000 hits later, here we are. Kyo.
I mean, if you like, I feel like there's a reason. Like, if you stub your toe really bad, there's a reason you go
Oh, I will say it 20 times in a row.
like.
And I don't even need a pillow. I just will. I mean, if I stub my toe, I will say that word.
And
like,
I mean, that's just the reaction.
I don't know why, but
Yeah.
you're absolutely right, Kyo. And it's because we know the word is vulgar. We know it's coarse, and we're in that much pain that we need to be as coarse as what we're feeling. So I get it. I totally
Right.
get it. It's just that in this app, oh, the hands, please throw to each other.
See ya. What do you think?
Sia, what do you think?
I think.
Therefore,
It was really funny. I don't think like why can't you just, if you want to curse into a pillow or something. Like I feel like people are gonna start to use venting as like, oh, I can curse here, and guess what? Everyone's gonna see how much of a like badass. I'm sorry. Bad ASS.
no, yeah,
I am,
exactly.
You
And
know?
that's where, that's where I'm saying, can't you
Exactly.
just hop around your room saying F, 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 and then find a way to type it
or like into
in
your
a
pillow.
reasonable way?
Yeah, exactly.
That's all I'm saying.
Oh, Olivia.
This is the best show ever.
Isn't it? I mean, this might sound weird, but there comes like a time in your life when you need to know how to curse. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
just because it's a bad word doesn't mean it fits in the sentence. So, I mean, maybe it's educational.
Maybe there should be like a college course in the
Yes.
literature of cursing.
I'm sure that, I mean, I was like 12, and it was an interview with Johnny Depp, and I remember this so vividly. Right? Yeah. And
who gets to say that? Yeah, I was 12 and I was with Johnny Depp.
No. I mean,
and then I woke up.
No, I was reading it, and he said
Oh,
that.
okay.
Yeah, no.
I thought it was just your Hollywood life.
Oh,
yeah, me
no.
and my dad and Johnny Depp and Dr. Drew were
Oh,
on
no,
the
I would
beach.
have passed out.
And,
I
like, we
wouldn't
made
be
a
here right now to
bonfire,
tell the story.
And Tom Hanks was all like, are you going to hog the marshmallows or what?
Yeah.
Because I have a basketball that I named. Go ahead.
I give up. But, no, I mean, he said something about, like, can I say it?
Yes.
Okay. So he's like, I believe that shit is the most expressive curse word. It really just gets it all out there. And so, like, that was implanted in my brain when I was 12. So, like...
Well, it has an SH and it has a T.
Yeah.
So those are all very satisfying.
Yeah. And so, I mean, there was that. And whenever I get upset, it just, it automatically goes to that. Like, whenever I shave my legs, I think of Ritz crackers. It's just one of those things that are in my brain.
What?
I have no idea
I
why.
did not
Theo
know that you could
understands
say
completely.
something weirder than CO,
No, I don't.
but you just did.
No, I don't think so.
bad when she's like,
It's just one of those things that just in my head, it's just like hardwired that way.
Okay,
What,
we are
Ritz
our place out
crackers?
loud. We're going to switch topics. Give us a call at 888-531 or 531-7171. Mindless Unicorn, right. So there's these twin girls in my homeroom, and I would like to become better friends with them. Who doesn't want to be friends with twins? Everybody. But I'm not sure how any ideas or tips. How can I just ask them to hang out? How do you make friends with the cool twins in your class? I know this. We had Julie and Martha Domeland, and pretty much gave up in second grade. But yeah, but I did. But then we had cool twins on our bus at camp. Mitchell and Michael Siegelman. Google them. I don't know what's going on. Olivia.
I was actually really good friends with a pair of twins growing up.
They're the best. 'Cause
Yeah.
there's like two of them.
Yeah, and you just go.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't really an issue. I just kind of,
You're cool. Let's talk.
yeah, it was kind of just like that. And then my roommate from over the summer is an identical twin.
Ooh.
That freaked my mom out because I didn't tell her that.
Oh, good for you.
And then they were both in the room
Well
at
done.
the exact same time.
I'm applauding this.
Maria hit the floor.
Sure she did.
She was having a lot of issues breathing. She didn't believe what she was seeing. It was a good moment. It's one of those moments that I'm really proud of.
That's excellently well done. So it might be even kind of easier to approach twins because there's two of them, so it's like already a conversation rather than just me and one person. It's like no. Twins are intimidating.
No, it's not that it's intimidating, but so you guys are twins. I mean, that's not something
Yeah.
to talk about, Like,
No, you just kind of wander over and you're like,
but it's 7 words.
okay, go. I want to hear these.
Are you free this week? Oh, no, wait. I changed it in my mind when I was trying to say it. Are you free this weekend?
Yeah.
Are you free this weekend? And then you
What's
hang
up?
out with them. Like, and it's that simple. Like, that's how I
Weekend
started.
is one word.
I had. Yeah, I know.
I think.
It's 5, but I had 7,
Yeah, right.
and then I changed it in my head when I said it.
So it says because she just says, "How can I just ask them to hang out?" And the answer is you just do.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no code word for hang
Show
out.
up
It's
at their
just
doorstep at 12 in the
No.
morning.
serenade them.
Q?
Bring a guitar, some rocks.
speak the secret words. No, it's basically like any other friend. Just ask to hang out, start talking to them, find some topic that if you see that they're interested in something, or, I mean, you don't even have to approach both of them while they're together.
Right. You could just start with one. I mean, twins are people too. They
Yeah.
need friends.
My best
Maybe fairly
friends.
sick of each other.
My best friends are twins.
I went to school in
Kindergarten.
college. I went to school with Diane Seekin, and she was one of my best friends. And then she stayed in New York State, and I moved out here. And her twin, Joanne Seekin, had moved out here, and she's become one of my best friends. So twins are great. And what's cool is when you meet one, tell me if you've experienced this. When you meet one and you know one really well, then you meet the twin. they don't look anything alike to you.
No.
Yeah.
But when you meet them both at the same time, you're just like, wow, this is difficult.
My two best friends were twins, and I was always the only one who could tell them apart besides their mom.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's because you're insightful. Ryan?
Are they still twins? All right. Because you said they were twins, and then... Sorry.
Hey,
no.
don't pick on him. I like him.
Oh. That's sad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, something has changed.
No, he just said that nothing has changed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but just speaking of twins and being confusing, there's two twins on the UCLA basketball team, and they're identical twins, and they're both 6'10", and it's really great because it scares other people.
Oh, Liv?
Okay, there was this movie on Disney Channel, and Mackenzie Phillips was in it, and it was called Double Teamed.
Yeah,
Do you know what I'm
Mackenzie
talking
Phillips.
about?
No, I got no idea.
Oh, well, you suck. It was like these two girls, and they grew up playing volleyball, and then one twisted their ankle, and then they started playing basketball, and then one was on the Sparks. This is all women's basketball, so no one knows what I'm talking about.
I know what women's
But I
basketball
went to a
is.
Sparks game because my dad's the coolest. And,
Right.
and yeah, so that was a movie on Disney Channel.
Just talk to him.
That
Anna Magus is on the phone.
great.
How many seconds do we give her this week, you guys? I'm gonna let you
20.
call this one.
23.
23
Easy,
seconds,
I'm not
girl.
asking a question this time. It's okay. You're safe.
Okay, go. 23 seconds to make your point.
So this is the twin thing, right?
You're right.
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 Okay.
Right.
So with I find it really, really hard to make friends with someone you really, really want to make friends with. I don't know why, but that's like me and Zach and me and Keaton or whatever. Anyway, I just find it really, really hard. But like, just talk to them because it works. You just talk. I mean,
Just talk.
it's not that hard. And people are like, "What am I supposed to say?" It's just like, "Hi." That's a
Exactly.
good starter.
Exactly. I love it. Or go up with a friend because friends make you more confident. Thank you so much for calling, Anna Magus. We love you. All right. This is from Free as the Wind, and this is a happy ending story. Someone stood up to my bully.
Woo!
They are so nice.
Ooh, wrong there.
You found a friend.
Wrong form of the word there, but there's 3 choices, and I can see where that would throw you.
Yeah. No,
You got a
I get that.
33.3.
But by the time you're 16, you need to know they are so nice is a contraction of the words they and are.
And two.
Yep. Has anyone stood up to a bully or witnessed the standing up to of a bully? Ryan has a story.
I have this friend whose name shall not be named, and he has a I don't even know I don't know the technical term for it, but he has what right now is just like a not dangerous tumor on his neck, and he's had it for his entire life, but it's progressively getting bigger, and it's not dangerous, but the thing is, it's so close to his central nervous system that they can't do any surgery because
ever.
Well, no, they can, but it's really, really risky, so they won't do it until it's really, really bad to have. You know what I mean? Because it's
Or
not.
to maybe wait until he's fully grown.
No. This is what was explained to me. Was basically because it's on his neck and so
Right.
close to his central nervous system. Until it becomes potentially fatal, they don't want to risk paralyzing him because you do anything wrong in that area and he could be paralyzed.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it really restricts him athletically, and in elementary school he was bullied a lot, you're so slow and stuff like that, which really wasn't that bad of bullying, but then it got worse, you're so ugly with that weird thing on your neck and stuff like that. So I don't know, I didn't really stand up to people, but I just was like, hey, that's not cool, just stop. But yeah.
I like
That's
that.
standing
That's
up.
right to the point. It's right to the point. Go ahead, Q.
I have a bully standing up story. It was this kid named Peter, and he had a unibrow, and kids would always make fun of him, and it was his birthday one day, and they were still making fun of him, and I was like, guys, I walked over to them because I saw that they were doing it from far, and I never made fun of him, but then I stopped them and was like, it's his birthday, what's wrong with you? It's not cool.
So it is true. It's a true fact that the bystander is the most effective person to stop the bully, because it just kind of changes the rhythm. All of a sudden, the bullies are just like, wow, I guess people think I'm the jerk. Yeah, you think? I mean, everyone's thinking it, but it takes someone actually saying, you're being a jerk. Stop, for them to be like, oh, I guess we're not alone in a bubble just getting to pick on this kid with no one thinking any differently of us. Ryan?
The thing that kind of bums me out, though, is that it doesn't really happen that much in high school because there's less bullying, but the bullying that does go on is more like deep and stuff. So it's not like someone's making fun of you for a way you look or a way you act or something. So you can't just get up and be like, "That's not cool." Especially because high schoolers are like high school bullies are so unconfident that you telling them they're doing something wrong doesn't even faze them. They remain unfazed.
Okay, Liv.
Or they get like super psychological with it, where it's just like they're just like they're doing things that are so unnecessary that are like putting you in a bad position. Where it's like right now, I wouldn't consider it bullying. It's just being like irresponsible and mean. But like the two people that I carpool with, one person who has the car like full time, and then I don't have a car, and then my other friend only has her car for 50% of the week, and then so she'll refuse to drive if she doesn't feel like it, but she knows that that means that I can't get to school because my mom has to take my brother. And like it's already like she knows that she's not my favorite person just because of other things, and so she'll do this on purpose. Like some days she'll just be like, I don't feel like going, and I will have no way to get to school.
And she just doesn't go that day?
Mm-hmm. Or she'll go later in the day.
Oh. Well, I just think kind of like that, like totally like less, I don't know. It was just kind of less than that. But I had a friend, so it wasn't bullying, but in elementary school, who would get cookies in his lunch, and he didn't really like them, but I loved them. My mom didn't have sugar around the house. And then he'd be going to throw them away and be like, "Hey, can I have some?" And he'd be like, "No," and he'd throw them away. And I'd be like, "Dude, they're just going in the garbage." And it was just like unnecessary, but yeah. Sorry,
so just like little psychological, like you're not having something I can't have, or I'm just not being nice for the sake of not being nice. We
exactly.
are 888-531-7171. Please stand up to bullying, even if it's psychological, online, little comments, because by high school, bullying becomes these little comments behind someone's back, or just a little secret that's not being shared with the person that's being spoken about, and just things like that. If you hear someone just putting someone down, after a while, even if you know the person can't hear it, just after a while, just don't engage in this negative. Just say, hey, let's stop.
And what are they going to do?
This is not, I'm not interested. What else can we talk about? This is not.
Well, I mean, like, if you stand up to someone, what are they going to do? Like, they're going to stop. And if they don't, then
like, oh, we hate you because you won't help us make fun of Angela.
And then, really. And like if they try and do anything about it, like like they can't go tell a teacher he told me to stop bullying him.
No,
like
exactly.
I mean, you're in the right no matter what you do.
All right, Alley Cat writes, okay, so don't get me wrong, I know I'm 13, but me and this boy Easton, we've been dating, and I want to know how to make him happy without sex or weird stuff like that. Please, he's 13 too. So what caught my attention about this question is just the idea that she would have to mention without sex at the age of 13. What has gotten into the heads of girls at 13 that makes them so eager to make a boy happy that they're even aware that sex is something that may work? Because you're 13 and you're dating, and shouldn't you know what's appropriate and isn't appropriate for 13? That you wouldn't even have to mention in a question to me without sex, because it's obvious and apparent that sex isn't going to be a part of your relationship. Olivia?
I remember when I was 13, like having a conversation with the twins that I was friends with.
Lucky,
right? And one of them said, like in a relationship, well then, without that, how do you make them love you?
Okay,
and it was just
so
like,
this has been going on for centuries.
Yeah,
You're
I mean, I'm
old?
almost 200, so.
No, I'm talking about 13-year-olds throughout the history of time. 13-year-old girls who really want to please a boy.
Yeah.
But it's just like, I didn't understand what she meant by that at all, because I'm like, they love you for you?
They like your personality,
yeah.
They want to be around you.
And that just really confused me, but, like, it was like part of, I know for me, it was like part of our sex ed talk is like that comes along with, like, I guess because like they teach you that like sex and love, you do that when you love, that it was like, it kind of got twisted, and it was like, that's how you make people love you.
And isn't there a lot of television and movies
Yeah.
about where kids are seeing that, oh, boys want sex and boys like, and there's like lots of sexy imagery, and kids now use the word sexy, and it's all over Instagram, the word sexy as meaning cute, attractive, and tissue. Quickly, she's about to blow. Go ahead, Ryan.
I was just going to say that, yeah, it's become one of those things where relationships, I guess, are now centered on sex, and that their ultimate, it seems like as though, like, you know, the ultimate goal now, you know, that finishing point, not a finishing point, but where you're striving to go has to do with sex, and it's not more about, you know, it's not so much about the relationship. But quick question about what you were saying about sexy being used as, like, an adjective for attractive and cute. Isn't that what it means? Like,
No.
It
I mean, it means like.
but the problem is that most of the word is the word sex.
Yeah.
So sexy means someone who I would like to have sex with. That's what it really means to grown-ups. When you say, when grown-ups say the word sexy, they mean would be an attractive person to have sex with.
But like an attractive person. Like,
right, but to have sex with.
But that's okay. Then I guess I see those as the same thing.
Like, I just want to connect my body with that. That's what the word sexy means to
Okay, I knew that much. But
sorry to be. But
it's like Avatar status with the hair.
Because cute means cute, pretty means pretty, attractive means attractive, and handsome means handsome, and sexy has the word sex all over it. Sorry.
That's okay.
I mean, that's what I'm saying is, like, I don't. So when 13-year-olds use it, Ryan, I just find it a little bit.
Yeah, no.
Like
I understand
can't
where
make
you're
them
coming from.
stop. It's they're already doing it. I just wouldn't want to hear my kids say it in my home about a boy. I would suddenly lock her up.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
Yeah,
it's one of those things. Yeah, okay. I guess I had a weird take on it.
Yeah,
my brain was just processing that differently.
No, it's because that's what your generation, they've used the word as meaning cute.
No, I did like. I mean, I did see it the way you were explaining it. I saw it. Yeah, well, yeah, but. Yeah, I just saw it a different way. I guess I analyzed what you were saying differently.
And there's so much sexual imagery. It's all over every billboard. You don't even. There's no way you could hide a child's eyes from all of the sexual imagery that's everywhere.
And the restrictions on it are less and less, so it's more normal to have more and more showing than before. But yeah, what do you think, Olivia?
Okay, Carl's Jr., which I know is here, and it's called something different on the East Coast, but there.
Senior.
Lol.
All day.
Lol.
But their commercials are just this girl on a beach.
Oh, it's disgusting.
And
they make me want to puke.
And
Go ahead.
she just takes her shirt off, and she's just lying there, like eating this burger.
And she doesn't eat a burger. She
spits it out.
She has sex with the burger.
Yeah. So I mean, it's like that just makes me upset.
It's like, this is what we have to do now to sell food.
And there's like a whole series.
It's not okay to just be tasty. You also have to make someone think that they're about to have sex.
Yeah, and like just from being like a sports fan, they always show those commercials on sports channels, and like there's like an entire series of them. There's like ones where there's like a ton of different girls eating different burgers. There's like car washes. There's like two girls like on the countryside eating burgers with their arms interlocked. There's a guy like with his shirt off eating a burger, and it's like dripping all over him, and it's just like,
why does food have to be sex?
You cannot look like those people eating that piece of garbage.
That's a good point.
It's an impossibility.
But the question question is, why does food have to be sexual?
It would be
because it's become the ultimate
already
goal. It's stupid.
Food, which is something people crave.
It
doesn't have to
really
also
funny.
be sex, which is something people crave. It doesn't have to be both things.
If you made
So let's get to the original question, which is, how do you get a boy? I want to know how to make him happy. Of course, my answer is going to be, have fun together, laugh at the same things. Go ahead, Sio.
Okay, I always thought, like, if he's not happy, then he could get out, like, he can get himself out of the relationship. So why can't you just assume that you're doing things right since you're still
Already,
in a relationship?
right.
And also, I think it'd be a funny parody to have people eat garbage, like, all sex instead of trash. That's all.
That would be a funny period.
What do you think, Olivia?
God, they're making fun of my new.
We're not making fun of it. We don't know how to do it yet.
Takes practice, Wheezy. Wheezy asked us to throw to each other so that we could like ask other people, like, what do you think? But now we've all been saying the exact same thing over.
Don't ruin it.
Well, what do you think,
Don't
Olivia?
ruin it
Though?
for them.
What do you think about that?
I think that eating garbage would be hilarious, and you guys can laugh at that together because laughing is good stuff, and it's not. I forgot what I was saying.
Anytime you're
because
in
we
a really
started
good,
laughing.
healthy relationship,
Now I sound like an idiot.
if you're in a really good, healthy relationship with someone who's a romantic partner, it's because this is your best friend, Don't snork into the microphone. I don't know how many times we have to tell you.
This works.
There you go. Just the person should be your best friend. You should laugh at the same things. You should find the same things funny. You should have inside jokes. You should have pet names for each other. You should just be the funnest person ever that he wants to tell everything to. And sex can wait. Sex is a grown-up thing. I'm going to throw to Ryan. What do you think?
I'm going to catch that Wheezy, and I'm going to start talking.
No sports.
She said throw, I said catch.
I know.
That's not a sport. That's catch.
Out of control.
Sports ball, Jake. We're playing sports ball now.
It's definitely sports ball, Ryan.
Sorry. All right. So I was going to say that, yeah, I mean, I think that there are plenty of other ways you can do it, but as, like, what Sia was saying about, like, can't you just assume that you're making him happy? I would say no, just because.
Really? Okay, so if you were in a relationship with a girl, you'd be like, oh, I don't want to, like, not be in this relationship, so I'm going to stay unhappy.
No, what I'm saying is that I know a lot of guys who have who like, it's hard for them to say, like, I'm unhappy with this, or it's hard for them to break up with someone. And it's just because I'm not saying that it's right. I'm just saying that's the way it is. That's just the way it is. And so it's one of those things that I think, you know, it would be great if we could assume that, but relationships are just way too complicated. But when you're 13, yeah, just have fun, laugh, go to Disneyland. And yeah, I mean, well,
you may not live anywhere.
Alone.
Guessing the
You don't live anywhere near a Disneyland.
I'm going to ask
You cannot go to Disneyland.
I'm going to ask Olivia what she thinks, because she doesn't hate Disneyland.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Love it.
It's the best. No, what was I gonna say?
What do you think? You said get a grip.
No, I get a grip because, okay, this is the other thing that you should just know when you're 13, know it right now, and know it for the rest of your life. Relationships aren't about games, you know? So, like, if he's unhappy, he's probably going to tell, like, at least you should tell him to tell you that he's unhappy. And, you know, if you're unhappy, tell him that you're unhappy. He's not going to just walk away because you're like, I have a feeling. So,
communication.
Yeah, I mean, just stop being so afraid to offend someone by expressing yourself.
And if you think about it, really, and grown-ups will tell you this, when you become a grown-up, they're not going to tell you now. But sex is really like a tiny part of a marriage, and most of the marriage is talking to each other and figuring out how to do your lives together. And then the sex is just one portion of it, but it's not what you spend 99% of your time doing. If you can learn how to talk to a boy at 13, that is a skill you will use for the rest of your life. Kyo.
Okay. Well, I don't necessarily agree with if he's unhappy, he's going to leave, and you should just think that way.
No, I'm not saying that.
Yeah, because you want to like try and make them happy. That's what both people in a relationship should be doing.
Yeah.
Just thinking about what could I do to make this other person happy.
Aw, will you marry me?
You're already married.
Oh, that's right. I love my husband.
So, like, it doesn't even,
I do. He's the best.
And I think it's, like, important for, like, every just little small things. You don't have to even plan, oh, I'm going to do this big thing. But, like,
little
think
things.
About, like, a situation when you're with them. What could I do right now?
This will make her smile. And you picture her smiling, and you just picture yourself
and it makes you feel good.
Yeah, and then you do it, and she smiles. My husband makes me a cocoa or a mocha and brings it, and he just does things. And so I have to
I'd be concerned
think
if
about
he didn't.
things I'm going to do for him because he's so nice to me. Like, I don't know how I deserve such a nice husband, but you're going to make someone a wonderful husband, Keel, because that's a wise thing to say at 17, 18 years of age. We're going to move on. Rory, did you have... See, because Rory, you're way over there. And sometimes I don't think to throw to you, but we are Our Place Out Loud. Did you know that, Rory?
Yeah.
And did you know that you're Rory?
Sometimes.
And we're Our Place Out Loud, 888-531-7171. And we've got Ryan, Kiamute, Sio, Olivia, and Jake. And, of course, Howard is here, and he's the boss of all bosses. I'm going to get to another question. First of all, I wanted to say, what you guys think of this screen name, because...
Yeah, I was going to say something.
Yeah, I don't know about it, but I like the guy's question, but I don't know if you guys find this screen name offensive. Whales are just gay sharks. Is that offensive?
It's supposed to be
or
dolphins.
are whales like, yeah, we're gay? It's cool. It's cool.
Whales aren't sharks. It's so bothersome.
According
to
to
me.
this, they're gay sharks.
Okay, well, they're not
If they're
sharks.
gay, then they're adopting a lot of children.
I don't really care about their sexuality, but I really care that they're not sharks. They're different
They're
categories.
mammals. All right,
If anything, you
so
should
the
put
kids,
nails and dolphins.
The kid's question is, I really like this girl, but she's taken, and she knows I like her, but she still flirts with me. I really like her, and I'm trying to get over her, but when she does that, all the progress I've made just diminishes. What do I do? Help. Why are there some girls like this? Ugh, Ryan.
I know exactly what you're talking
Hate
about.
them!
And I hate it so much. And that's happening right now.
Ugh.
Except I'm like on the tail end of it. Like I'm just like, finally that's gone. But all I can say is don't instigate conversations with them. Because like what'll happen is like I don't know, like they'll start flirting with you and then they won't talk to you, and then you'll go talk to them because something in you like makes you want to go talk to them, and then they start flirting with you, and you're like, oh god, that was such a bad decision to go talk to them,
Well,
and then you
like
go back and
they
talk.
like the power of knowing that you're in love with them, and they're insecure, so they want to have a boyfriend and flirt with you. They love that power, and they don't deserve it.
I don't think so.
And oh, I do. And if you and if he had her as a girlfriend, she would do that to him. She'd go and flirt with another guy, like, because she just likes that feeling of knowing that guys find her attractive. Olivia. Don't disagree with me, Ryan, or I'll argue with you about sports. And I know nothing about sports.
You don't want to go there, Wheezy.
Wow,
I don't know. That sounds like it could be a great thing to have like Wheezy and Jake argue about sports, and me and Keo argue about The Bachelor or something. And just like
That's next week's show. You've lined it up.
No, I know girls like this, and it annoys me because, I mean, like, really? Really? Just get a grip.
Really?
That's my line for the night is get a grip, because so many people need one.
Oh, I need one so much.
The other thing is, like, okay, like, you need to remove yourself from this situation, and it's going to hurt because it feels like you're losing someone, but you never had them.
yeah,
wisdom.
Yep.
And texting just makes
Put
it
that
all
on
that
a
much
pillow.
harder.
Yeah,
because like that was my issue. Was like because I don't go to the same school as this person, so I'd text them and then I'd be like, why did I do that? Now it's just
Yeah.
gonna notify me that they want to flirt with me. I know, but yeah, that's
yeah.
smart.
It's hard
Delete
when
the
you have a
number.
crush. It's hard when you. Like the
I'm
person.
well aware, but then it comes to the point where it's like, this isn't doing anything for me other than being a Taylor Swift song.
Okay, does everyone have their script? Because I forgot being a Taylor Swift song. Because I forgot to assign parts, but I did promise the kids that we were going to do Thread Theater, and so let's skip ahead to Thread Theater just in case we don't get this in. And the name of the show tonight is Do Canadians Have an Accent? And it's a pretty good episode of Thread Theater. So I think that no, you have to listen as I assign parts because I'm just going to go around the room. Jake will be playing the part of smiley faced dude. Ryan.
There's Mr. Smiley Face Dude and there's Smiley Face 000.
You're Smiley Face
different
Dude.
people.
You're
Two
Mr.
different parts.
Smiley Face Dude.
There's a nuance.
Cats.
Jake, you'll be playing the part of Mr. Smiley Face Dude. Ryan, you'll be playing the part of Kit Kat 24.
Oh.
Keo, you will be playing the part of Smiley Face 000. And Sio, you are David. Olivia, you are Cats.
Score.
And Rory, you are Cheer for Life. I will play the part of Charlotte. And Howard?
No. I'll be Nick.
And then Ryan, you're going to be Nick. Okay. The name of the show is Do Canadians Have an Accent? Curtain up. Curtain up.
They do, don't you know?
Do I start off right
Yes,
now?
yes, you do.
Wait, do I just start right now?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Hey, don't you know?
Why do people think Canadians have weird accents and say all the time? I don't get why they people think we are really nice and give away donuts to strangers.
Because you do.
Yeah, because you do.
They actually do. That's actually a thing. I'm just
Sorry.
gonna say that right now and break character. Apparently we are afraid of the dark. I've never heard that before.
Me neither.
I don't have an accent. A ridiculous amount of exclamation points.
You're not Canadian.
Who's next?
Oh, no, me. Because of stuff on TV, probably. I don't know if it has anything to do with what part of Canada you're from, but it's second grade. I was in a class with a boy from Canada, and he did have an accent.
You have to do this in a Canadian accent. Go.
Okay. We do say not constant D, but not pronounced but a light Like,
It's like a DK
whoa.
Mutombo accent.
Wait, do the whoa again. That was really good.
Whoa.
Oh, man. Wrong content of a night.
Whoa.
Wait, Matt,
No.
you have to make that a drop in.
That guy was a good dancer. It's hard to do an accent and read for me
You're
at the
doing
same
really
time.
well. You're doing really well.
And actually is more a shortened slang
He
of...
just became French.
Yeah.
French Canadian. Yeah. That's good. That's good.
Of, hey, now don't kid yourself saying not true. I'm Canadian too. Right.
We are
Oh, I have
joking.
to-
We have a bobsled.
I'm also a tad scared of the dark. Tee-hee. Teh.
I don't know anybody who actually thinks that.
Cats.
I've known a fair amount of Canadians who moved to America. I always tell that they're Canadian before they tell me because they do have an accent. Just doesn't sound like it to you because you grew up hearing that accent. This face. My friend's mom tends to say eh a lot, actually. Very subtle, but it's there.
Do I do this in a cheerleader accent?
Yeah, you do.
Or Canadian, whatever.
Yeah,
I
cheerleader.
know a lot
Yeah.
of Canadians.
I don't know if I
and
can do a cheerleader Canadian. Oh, God. I know a
Do a
lot
cheer
of
of it.
Canadians, and they barely have an accent at all. I only noticed it because I listen for it, and they only say "eh" when using it in a question.
You sound like you're in one of those like teenage puberty videos.
Sometimes your voice
Try it. I did my
changes.
best, man.
What happened?
It's
in the
usually
morning?
people from Hollywood, California, dude, who think that because they make the movies. But you guys do have a bit of an accent to me, but not too strong because I live in Minnesota, don't you know?
Well, I go to Canada every summer, and OMG, you Canadians are always so nice.
Yay!
Let me say something. I went to
Wow.
Canada last summer. I think it was summer. I don't know. I went to Canada.
Yeah.
I was there for the day because my brother and I were, and my grandparents and my cousin, we were visiting our cousins in Michigan, and we were like, wait a second. You're telling me we can just drive to Canada like for the day? That's a thing. So we had lunch in Canada, but they
Wow.
were really nice. It wasn't dark, so I'm not really sure.
They're super
if,
nice.
I lived there for a decade.
Yeah.
And there is, without question, an accent, and it's
You know.
a,
Yep.
not a. It's a, and almost every sentence ends with,
Yeah.
they talk in questions up
And
there.
sorry.
Oh, so
Yeah,
I'm
sorry.
sorry.
And roof and
I'm
bagel.
sorry.
Sorry.
And
I'm
roof and bagel.
sorry. It's
Jakey
sorry.
and I have Canadian cousins,
Yeah.
and many, many, many of them.
Yeah.
And I and my sisters and brother went to Camp White Pine and came home with a Canadian accent.
Well, you come home with a Canadian
Oh,
accent.
yeah.
Yeah, you get the Craven 8 king size. And
Oh,
you-
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
And this
Rory.
is how my cousin Heidi talks, yeah.
Yeah,
But when
Yeah.
you're there, you
I'm
don't
gonna go to the
notice it.
States.
Oh.
I just want to go down to the States, and I want to work
Go
down
down
the
to States,
States.
yeah.
Well, when I was
Want to go to a tuck
I
shop
want
and
to
get
go
some
to
Arrow
Toronto,
bars.
or I want to go to Detroit. They pronounce it Detroit,
And pasta.
Maryland, pasta.
Pasta.
It's
Hey,
not
Howard.
pasta. Yeah.
Ask one of them what they think.
what do I think?
What do you think?
I forgot. Oh, yeah.
were you gonna talk
When I was younger, I went to this SeaWorld sleepaway camp. Yeah, that was cool. We got to hang out with Shamu.
Hey, Ryan, when you're done, throw to Jolene.
I will throw to Jolene when I'm done.
I just have a couple of
Oh,
comments
all right.
here.
I guess you're done.
I guess I'm done.
First of all, everyone has an accent. I went to college in England for a little while, and they told me to speak English because they have an American accent, right? So the Canadians have a Canadian accent, et cetera, et cetera. By the way, I spent most of today and yesterday with the Cirque du Soleil team. They have French-Canadian accents.
Oh, that's
and
so cool.
a mix of the old English-Canadian accent, but yes, they say about and
Even upside
Is it
down.
about?
upside down and
Even upside
right
down
side. Although most of the dancers are Russian, but that's
Oh,
okay.
that's so cool.
cheating.
Liv,
My
Throw to Ryan
other
when you're done.
roommate. Oh.
will you? We have 2 more minutes. You got to
Okay, well, my other roommate was from Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Yeah, I had the twin, and then I had Jessie, who's just a rock star, and then I had Claire, who's from Minnesota. And I stubbed my toe, and I used a swear word.
F.
No, I actually used Johnny Depp's favorite swear word.
Oh.
And I said, something on a stick. And she ran into my room, and she goes, in Minnesota at the state fair, we actually have everything you could ever dream of on a stick. It was my favorite.
Ryan, what do you think?
So I was at this SeaWorld sleepaway camp when I was younger. There's a Canadian kid there, and I was a lot younger. And so like the kid comes up to me. I don't remember his name, but we ended up being good friends by the end of it. And he comes up to me and he starts talking, and all the sentences have like a heavy Canadian accent, and he's speaking like, and don't you know? And it's just like and I'm cracking up, and he's looking at me like, "What's so funny?" Because I thought he was kidding, because I was under the impression that was a joke, and I'm just cracking up, and he's looking at me like, "What's going on?" But
don't you know?
Don't you know? But yeah, no, Canadians do have accents, and they do give away free donuts.
And
I got 6 free donuts at Tim Hortons.
There's a lot of they love Tim Hortons, and they like to share their Tim Hortons with you. But there's also a lot of provinces in Canada, and there's a slightly different accent in every area of Canada, just like there is in the States.
But they had a buy 24 get 6 free deal.
We love you, Canada, and we would never blame you. I am Louise Palenker. We will see you next week. Bye-bye.
Oh, you.